Now everybody, I'm back and we're going to continue where we left off. Now I just wanted to show you guys, let me just take a look at our table. I wanted to show you that once we put this created date in there, we have access to at least one date time entry. And I want to kind of put this here. Let's make another div. Right, I want to show you. Where is it? Okay, so I want to show you, we'll make another, let's go like this. Make another div and we'll say new grid line, grind, what was I thinking of? And we'll put in here date time. Right? We'll just say that for the sake of date time. And now there is some semblance of a method to my madness with all these functions within functions. Again, you format, you tell here in number format how you want the number that comes out of the table formatted. You want it to be a float. And then you say, now that it's a float and it's being treated as a number with a decimal point, we want to format it so that you could see the two decimal points, even though there's only one number with anything past the decimal point here. You get the idea. So this function within function stuff, formatting and then formatting it further, is how we're going to get our dates out. Now, let's go like this. And let's make another div class. Actually, wait, let's put it over here. I'm sorry. I want to put it with the grid. So we got to put it up here. And we're going to say, like we did last time, we're going to say grid dot equals div class equals new grid line. And for now, we're going to simply spit out are created. I just want to show you how this evolves. Okay? Now, because we added a new line, we have to go to our grid and we have to say auto, 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 four autos, auto, auto. And at that point, now it doesn't do four. Okay, hold on. Let me see how we can do four. Let's see how we can style four quadrants. Oh, wait, sorry. CSS grid. Okay. Nah, it's not what I'm looking for. That's garbage. 4x4. Let's do that. Nah, that sucks. All right, hold on. Let's go like this. Let's do auto, because I don't want to have to go through making a whole table and everything. Let's just do it this way. And we'll take this out, and we'll just have the total. Okay, we'll just do it like that, and then we will take this out. If you want to just redo the whole thing and make it as a table where you can have four, just do that. That's fine. That's why you would still use tables over grids. Okay, so here we have daytime, right? So this is what it looks like now, right? We can't do anything with that right now, more or less, but this is how it looks. You get your 4 years, your 4 number years, dash, your 2 number months, dash, 2 number days, in that order, and then you have the time. And it's in military time, which means once you hit 12 p.m., at that point it goes to 13 all the way up to 5999, and then 5959, and then it goes back to 0. So if you don't if you don't want to look at a date like this, you can't just do something with it as is. You have to actually format it in a specific way. And the first function that we're going to use is going to be called string to time. Now I want you, when it comes to putting functions within functions, or anything within anything, arrays within arrays, I want you to think, everything is simple logic. So I want you to think of how you would say this, okay? Most syntax in computer programming is based off, no, all syntax in computer programming is based off of like verbiage syntax, talking syntax, communicative syntax. So you want to look at it like this. What's the first thing you want to do? I want to turn this created date into something I can format. I need string to time. Again, we'll get deeper into like nested if statements, but for any kind of function within functions or whatever, you just kind of go through it logically. Okay, so I need to change it to a string. I need to change this string to a time. And when you hit refresh, it now becomes this. What this is a time stamp, more or less. This is how many seconds we've moved from the universal time central of, or universal time stamp of January 1st, 1970 at 000000 hours, okay? So this is how many seconds we've been through. It's thousands, millions, billions, over 1 trillion seconds have passed. Now that we've turned that string into this timestamp, now we can do things with it. And one of the functions we can use is called date. And now within that date, we can say, I want this to look like a specific date format. One of the ones I usually use, this, 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 this. What this is saying is, I want to turn into a month, single number month, or two number month, 2 number day, 4 number year, and I want the time to be read as 2 number hour, 2 number minute, and AM or PM, okay? And at that point, that's all you have to do, and there you have it. This is your date format. Wow, we did this early, didn't we? You have January 22nd, 2023, 6:57 a.m. Now we can change that format. It doesn't have to be this format. You could take out the AM. You could just make it GI. And then you have that. Now you don't know if it's AM or PM. You can change this to be a small y. And you would only have that. 2023, blah, 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 this time. You could change, I think there's one for hours, I believe. Yeah, and then you get the hours, or the seconds, I should say. But if you look, if we go to PHP date, right, the date function, if you look, there is a whole grouping of matters in which you can change the dates. Now, make time is you're just making time. You're making it. You're starting from wherever you want to start from. But if you look, you have FJY. Like, let's do FJY, right? Let's go like that. Let's do this. And let's go capital F /J /Y. J5! Right? Let's do that. Now you have January /22nd, but you wouldn't want to do it like that. You'd want to do it like this. And then you'd want to do this. So all spaces, right? So now when you do that, you get that. January 22nd, 2023. There are other ways that we can do it. We can do the day, right? So we can go like this. And we can come after this. We can say D. And then you have the date. It was Sunday. The 3-letter date. You can do, let me see. This is the way that we would load it into, the table. This is how you, if you wanted to take a date from one entry and load it into the table, this is the format that it would work off of. And you can do that. You can and then you're right back to where we were. It's really up to you. Like I said, there's this whole thing here where you can turn your dates into integers. You can get the date from today. You can get the last time it was modified. Like you have all these return current Unix times that you could do. Like, you could just do a straight up. But in fact, we'll go over here. We'll just come down here outside this grid, and we'll make the date. We'll just put that in here, and we'll just do a make time. Let me just show you PHP. Let's do an echo out of let's just make time, right? We'll just do this. Expects one argument, so let's put an argument in there. Let's say oh yeah, we got to do that. Let's say 0, 0, 0. Let's just say that. And then you get this. This is how many seconds today. Like how many seconds from 1972 today. So you could do that, and then from make time 0, 0, 0, you can put your date in there. And then you could say make time 0, 0, 0, put the parentheses around there, and then you can go, you can say from there, F D F J, no, let's go D F J, let's just do that for now. All right? And you get Wednesday, January J. The J is like the first letter, well, that's just J. Or we could say Y. DFY. Right? And we get 2023. So you can just base it off of like make time. That's what make time is there for. And as you can see here, you could say, if you wanted to do tomorrow's date, you can say make time, and in here you can go, because it's month, date, year, and you can go D plus 1 oh, I didn't put in, I'm sorry. It's actually this. Oh, date, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done this, if you haven't noticed. Okay, my fault. Date. How do you do it? Well, date's another one. Date's another function we can look at. And then you would get Wednesday 2023. I put spaces in. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta. Let's do that. You have to tell where it's based off of first. So if you take 0, 0, 0, right, and then you put a comma in there, and you put date, day plus 1, then it will be based off of tomorrow or yesterday. Why would plus 1 be yesterday? Oh wait. No, I didn't want, no. Why are you doing next year? It's a date, D. All right, let me go like this. Oh, you know why? Okay, now I know why. Because I'm basing it off, okay, my fault. It'll go last to first, so you gotta put the 8th month. But again, if you notice, and then we get tomorrow. If you notice, but if we put date, if we put F, and then we put D, like that, we'll get the number date, the 26th. Now, if we were to do -1 here on the year, we can get where we were last year, which was Wednesday, January 26, 2022. And you could do like, I'm not sure how far back it goes. We could say, or how far up it goes. We can say like +2 +4. So it'll be Friday, March 26, 2027. And the reason why I'm showing you this now, and as you can see, we did that with date, which we did here, date, string time. As you can see, date is really, really interesting. It's very, very strong. Because what you can do with date, not only nest dates within it, like right now we just nested 3 functions within one another. And again, I used to do this shit all the time. I used to do this all the time, but I haven't done it like in years. And this is what happens when you use frameworks. You get lazy and you forget this stuff. But like, this is how you would format, like if you wanted to make a calendar, right? If you wanted to make a calendar, you would want to make a date. And then if you hit this button, it would then generate however many months, years, days, whatever, after where you were. So like, this is how date works. And this is how date works with make time. And if you're getting something from a table, don't forget, this is a string. This is not a date. Even though it's put in as the current timestamp, these are all strings. Once you take these strings out of the database, you then have to format them in a way if you want to manipulate them. And here, we just manipulated the created timestamp string to be a time, and in which case we then made a date out of that time. The reason why we're using string to time here is because we're basing it off of this created timestamp. If we didn't have a date timestamp, we could just base it off of make time. And in make time, we could then do it. Now, we could do this. And it's virtually the same thing. I mean, like, if you did like make time, really when you do make time, you want to start at 0 because that's the starting point. See, like all this other stuff, like if you were to, you start at 0 because you're making time from 0. You're making time from where you are. And then if you look here, like you see how it says you want to do this? This would be if you want to make a timestamp based off of, the way make time works is you tell it where to start from, and then from there you put in what you want, like what you want it to be. But make time is a little bit more like, again, we're not using make time per se because we're not making any time. We're taking time from these timestamps. That's how we're going to do things. But with this also, we can make functions ourselves, which we'll get into, where we can manipulate these dates to read as like 3 days ago, 5 months ago, so on and so forth. I don't know why people like that. I mean, it's a modern thing with like Facebook and whatever, where this was uploaded 5 days ago. Okay, what does that mean? Like, I don't know what time that is. But anyway, so that's dates, that's nested functions. When I come back, I'm going to show you some MySQL stuff, because you cannot do database entries or whatever in any language if you don't know about how to speak to your database itself. So I'll see you there.